Fantastic Four! We are back. I'm Timmy on saying this in the building. I just got done from watching Fantastic Four. Feige. You see, for years I've been pissed off at Marvel. I've complained. We've watched some truly epic shites, Captain Marvel and the likes. Even the last Ant-Man, Quantumania, complete dog shit. Sorry for cursing. But you see this movie, I don't know where to start. This is going to be, I probably will spoil some places, so please, I probably will tell you whenever it's time to spoil somewhere. But this movie, where would I start from? See, I went to see this movie, like, this past 1 year, I've been like, I don't know, man, a female Silver Surfer, how are they going to do it? How are they going to show their powers? How are they going to make us relate with these guys? And I was having a lot of issues with it. I was like, I'm going to only watch one trailer and I'm not going to watch any other trailer afterwards. I was like, let's give it an open mind. And when I tell you that they deliver, oh my God. You see, before talking about anything in this movie, we got to talk about the music composers, the engineers of that music. When I tell you that, you will spend the whole movie wondering, like, where did they get the choir from? It's like the producer just told the choir members, he probably just picked some choirs, the best choirs in the world, and told them, whatever amount of money you need, whatever hotel you want to stay in, I got you. I'm telling you, it was perfect. Like, from A to Z, the music was on another level. The Baxter building, the dressings, the space suits, the feeling of their environment. At some point, I started getting emotional. I started feeling like, wow, because it took me back to the early 2000s when I watched back from school back home in Nigeria, in Lagos, to enjoy the Fantastic Four at Silverbird Television. Like, that other Fantastic Four movie, Fantastic Four, the way Ben Grimm looks like, he does not hate himself. The way Johnny Storm looks like, he still has his quirks, but at the same time, he's not stupid. He's actually smart. The way Susan Storm is. Boy, when I tell you, I'm going to tell you what she did later on. But she cooked. And easily, I don't even want to hear it. This is by far the most impressive feat of showing of power that Susan Storm has ever had on the big screen. And Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Pedro Pascal, I want to touch all my female co-workers because I have anxiety. I'm going to put you on the side, but you also did perfectly well. So let's start from the villain, Galactus. I don't know if I will call Shalla-Bal the villain, that's Silver Surfer, but Galactus, is he really a villain? Like, when you step on ants, like, do you consider yourself a bad guy? Not really, bro. You are just a god. Like, it's just what you do. And I love how they framed his height. How big he is. Like, there's this point in the movie where the Fantastic Four eventually met him, and trust me, they did everything they could to him. And Baba was like, "Fam, what is this air that is blowing around me? It's just an inconvenience." And the camera passed to the Fantastic Four, and they are doing like this. But there is a difference in levels. So let's talk about the beginning of the movie. I missed like the first 2 minutes of the movie, but when I came in, these guys straight up went to space. Like I said, it reminded me of my child. I damn near got emotional, almost cried, because it was like everything about it was just like reminiscent of back then in the early 2000s. Anyways, they got to space, bro. They were moving at the speed of light. And we saw the Galactus engine, we saw his world. you know, there are some problems you go through in life. You will know that this problem is bigger than you. They don't have to tell you. See, when they saw Galactus, they knew that this is Ben and what's his name? Johnny Storm. They were all talking about, we are going to punch him. Punch what? My brother, he cries. Oh, you just kneel down and beg. But the opening scene was fire. And just afterwards, there was a fight. There was a fight between the Fantastic Four and Silver Surfer. Oh my God. While she was trying to give birth, I'm telling you, that scene was so gripping. I spent about 5 minutes. I could not breathe until boom. Imagine trying to give birth in space while the Silver Surfer is pursuing you like you owe her money. It was nasty. It was scary. But you know what? Awesome. Now let's talk about the VFX. I mean, obviously, in a movie that is in 200 millions, you would expect the VFX to be good. But in this movie, the VFX was extraordinary. Like, there were some parts I was like, bro, this shit is so realistic. You have to just give it to them. So the VFX and music department alone, you guys are a 10 over 10. So let's talk about like some other like things that I like jotted down. Ben and Johnny's relationship. Ben and Johnny's relationship has always been like, oh, this brother, we are always fighting, but they love each other, and it continued here. It was awesome. They were always nagging at each other, but when it came to time to show up, they showed out. Galactus, there's a scene where he said, "Clever little bugs." Trust me, I busted out loud. Like, it's like, look at this tiny nonsense trying to do something. Silver Surfer, she was awesome. Jennifer Garner, I remember her from this other series, Ozark, and I was scared that she would not be that good in this movie, but she was perfect. So basically, the final. This is a big spoiler. So they could not fight Galactus, and when they say that a woman like never come between a woman and her baby. Oh, Susan Storm, look at me, Susan Storm. Respect. This girl did not have a nosebleed in this movie. She just came, she cooked, she killed everything. Bro, she pushed Galactus back. Do you know how crazy that is? She pushed him back. Bro, at the end of the day, they found a way. The world's smartest man with Richard. Now, sometimes, in one moment in the movie, you watch it, I will allow you to see that in the movie. You have to ask yourself, was that really smart, Mr. World's smartest man? Well, he showed so many, like, actual smart intelligence feats. Like, he basically solved crime in his country just because he was expecting his son. So, I think altogether, the movie was awesome. I expect everybody to go and watch it, go and check it out. I will probably watch it again. It is awesome. I loved the movie. Now, the end, the problem. The post-credit scene. The end credit scene. Well, I saw Dr. Doom with the baby. Hey, Marvel, you better leave Franklin alone. Bro, that boy is already suffering. He had to save his mother from death in this movie. Well, that's all I have to say. That's all, folks. Fantastic Four! It's Timmy on 10. And I'm out.